Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. We do have some breaking news to tell you about right now. A small plane emergency landing at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport.
According to the president and CEO of SRQ, Rick Piccolo, one of the wheels on that plane has come off and the pilot was trying to figure out how to land the plane safely. The plane circled the airport for about a half an hour, burning off excess fuel in order to make that landing. Crews there were waiting for the attempted landing. As you can see, that plane is now on the ground with fire rescue crews around the plane. Doesn't appear to be a fire, but as you can see, the plane, it does appear that it landed on its belly with no landing gear to help it land, which can create sparks and the potential for fire. But as it looks there now, things look under control with no fire, and the fire department there at the airport on the scene. As we get any more developments on this story, we'll bring those to you.
In another story tonight, 3 people arrested in the Venice Police Department calling these houses of prostitution.
Police raiding 3 massage parlors. All of the businesses are within 1,000 feet of an elementary or high school. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us live tonight from Venice with details on the investigation. Christopher?
Good evening. This is one of those businesses. It's called the Healing Touch Asian Massage and Skincare Parlor. It is at this point closed. The Venice police have spent much of the day inside collecting what was described to us as a lot of evidence. The sign on the businesses says Healing Touch Massage, but Venice police say much more than massages were going on inside this business. In fact, police raided this and 2 other massage parlors in the area today, claiming they were offering illegal services. In total, 3 women were arrested.
It is prostitution under the laws of Florida, and to offer any type of sexual act in exchange for money, and that's what they were doing.
The investigation had been going on for some time, but was kicked into high gear a few months ago when an altercation allegedly happened here at the 88 spa.
There was many hours where we were watching the businesses as well as the patrons that were coming and going from this location.
Odds are, if you've been to one of these establishments in the last few months, detectives have seen you, as they've been monitoring the comings and goings of clients. According to police, at least 1 business was advertising online as a house for prostitution.
There's certain websites that you can find advertisements for Asian massage spas, things like that.
The Healing Touch Asian Massage and Skincare Parlor is right along West Miami Avenue, a main street of businesses for people like Chuck Sire.
I'm 2 doors down from them. It's surprising.
Sire owns a local shop. He says this massage parlor is usually pretty busy during the day.
Yes, there's a lot of activity going in and out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
For now, businesses come to a halt at these massage parlors as owners attempt to work out their legal issues. Now, the Venice police are still investigating. They have not said whether there will be any further charges or arrests made at this time. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Christopher, thank you. A Manatee County man is behind bars tonight facing charges of lewd and lascivious molestation for an incident involving an 8-year-old girl. Melvin Norris arrested after the girl told investigators he touched her inappropriately for 2 years. The victim and her family were living inside the home on Alpine Lane in Bradenton. That's where Norris and his wife also run a daycare. The girl's mother did not want to be identified to protect her family, but says she hopes the case will help encourage other families to come forward.
We were able to get the cops involved and CPS, and hopefully with us taking the actions that we did, we've prevented it from happening to any other parent or family.
We spoke with Norris's wife at the home today, who refused to comment on this case.
New at this hour, a Manatee County man who was arrested in a massive drug bust last year will now spend the next 25 years in prison. Michael Brooks was found guilty of conspiracy to traffic heroin. As part of his sentence, Brooks is also being ordered to pay a $500,000 fine. He is one of 15 people who were arrested in 2016 after a year-long drug trafficking investigation by several agencies, including the Manatee County Sheriff's Office and State Attorney's Office. Authorities seized $700,000 worth of cocaine, fentanyl, and heroin.
Firefighters in Manatee County spent the afternoon battling a fire that broke out near US 41 north in Palmetto. This all started around 3 o'clock in a small building behind a home. Due to the dry conditions, firefighters attacked the fire from both sides to try to keep it from spreading. That fire is out and no one was hurt.
And now to a check on our forecast, which is nice and hot. Let's head over to Bob.
That's the key. Hot temperatures even near the coast now because of a stronger southeast wind. Highs today were into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees right along the area beaches. Now, inland areas much warmer than that, low to mid 90s with a south to southwest wind kicking in late today. It did start to cool off just around 4 or 5 o'clock. We're looking at fair skies right now. Dew point is at 71 and the pressure 30.02 inches now, which is high and it continues to rise slightly. No rainfall around. Yesterday at around 8 o'clock we saw an isolated cell popping up into parts of Highlands County, so I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 lone storms. Those are the worst kind too, because they do generate some lightning. The one last night did about 10 strokes and can sometimes cause some smoldering fires. The dry air is still around, although we're getting some upper level moisture moving in from the west to the east. We still have this zonal flow, meaning we're not looking too much upstream right now. There's no major storm systems out there. We will see a front though early next week, which will give us a chance, at least a small chance for some rainfall. Right now, current temperatures across the state still hot in Mayaca City, Wauchula, Sebring, Avon Park, all in the mid 90s for the most part. Low 80s though, right along the coastline. Anna Maria, pleasant 81. Same in Longboat Key and Minnesota Beach and Inglewood. And temperatures a little bit warmer in Lakewood Ranch at 87. We'll have your complete weekend weather forecast. Talk about that rain chance next week in just a little bit. Come back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you.
Over the years, Sarasota County and the city have disagreed on several issues, from homelessness to funding for community development. And
now it seems the two governments are setting some of those differences aside. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us with more on their path to a compromise. Bobeth?
Yes, earlier this week, there was almost a kumbaya moment between the city of Sarasota and the county of Sarasota. But the relationship between the two agencies are far from mended.
We want to leave here all liking each other still.
That was the request of County Commissioner Nancy Dietert.
I would propose that we order our staff who work for us to come to an agreement within a very, very brief period of time.
Sarasota City and County disagree with the length of time the county is required to fund the Community Development Block Grant. The county says the time is 29 years, while the city says it's 30 years. The difference is $4 million that the city says it's owed, but some county commissioners drew a line in the sand.
I personally think this was an exercise for some type of leverage or manipulation to come together on projects. And I can assure you, if you think this forum is motivating me, it's not.
I quite frankly feel that you don't have a case, and I'd like to see it played out to see where it goes. Except I find it very unseemly, since I represent also the 55 or 56,000 people in the county.
But if the city and the county do not agree, the result could be a pricey lawsuit.
If it's a jury trial, it would be very expensive, and we estimated at the last meeting that it would be per side perhaps $250,000 to $400,000.
But this isn't the first time the county and the city have been at a standstill. For years, the two have been at odds over the old police department vacant lot on Ringling Boulevard. In that agreement, the city agreed to deed the property to the county, but the city later said the county did not meet their requirements and refused to provide that deed. And until recently, the city and the county also disagreed on how to proceed with the homeless issue. But despite the differences from the past, this week there was a middle ground.
We agreed that each commission would go back and they would make a proposal.
Now the county and city commissions will meet separately and decide on their proposed settlement agreement. And then they'll meet again and decide how they will proceed. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. Now to a follow-up on a school bus crash in Sarasota that sent nearly a dozen people to the hospital. Students and staff at Oak Park School are now getting to thank the first responders who came to their rescue after the accident. Principal Edwina Oliver invited first responders, medical personnel, and some Good Samaritans to the school's annual Panther Prow race today. She says she wanted to make sure that everyone who helped keep these students safe knows that they are appreciated.
And the teamwork they had together between the EMTs, the law enforcement, it was just wonderful that day, because you had kids, about 5 or 6 of them that were nonverbal. They didn't have any information on who was who, and it was just them patiently working through the chaotic at that time, the chaoticness. It was a good thing for us.
16 people were injured in that crash after troopers say a car cut off the bus at the intersection of Proctor and Gant Road on April 11th. The bus swerved off the road and hit a power pole. Today, students also gave first responders some handmade thank you cards. Looks like it all went well. Fun time for everyone.
Yeah, I even heard that neighbors that live nearby came out to help, calm the situation and help those kids,
And their special needs, so that they needed a little extra comforting in that time.
You know how accidents can be very traumatic.
Very traumatic.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, law enforcement in Manatee County looking to improve relations with the community, what changes they're making to reach out to a growing demographic in the area.
Plus, why efforts to conserve land could be threatened under the latest proposal from the Florida legislature.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, ANDservices.com.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you. It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Furniture's spring clearance event, we've slashed prices on our most popular styles. Look for the red balloons for the biggest savings. Save 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the showroom. Bedrooms, dining rooms, sofas, chairs, recliners, and so much more. All at the lowest prices of the season. Don't miss the spring clearance event going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALT named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, ANDservices.com.
Some breaking news now that we shared with you earlier. You're taking a live look. A small plane made an emergency landing at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. This was just a short time ago.
According to the president and CEO of SRQ, Rick Piccolo, one of the wheels on that plane came off. The pilot had to try to figure out how to land without that wheel. He circled the airport for about a half an hour, burning off excess fuel. Just a few minutes ago, it did land, slid off the runway, but it does not appear that anyone was injured in that landing. Fire crews, as you can see, are on the scene, assessing damage to the aircraft, and just in case a fire might break out. It is likely the NTSB or FAA will have to be called in to investigate this. But again, according to Piccolo, the plane did lose the wheel and made an emergency landing there at the airport. We'll bring you any additional developments as they become available. Now to a new effort by law enforcement officers across Manatee County to better serve the area's Latino community.
Officers held their first forum at DeSoto Square Mall in Bradenton last night to give the Latino community a sense of what local law enforcement is all about. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, there are more than 375,000 Latinos living in Manatee County, and that number is growing each year. Local law enforcement and Latino leaders plan on having these types of forums at least twice a year.
Weekend is here. We'll have the forecast for it right after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Does it really matter what type of light bulb you use?
We have a huge selection of bulbs. I gave Stella LEDs because they can last up to 20 years.
Ace is a place that knows a lot can change in 20 years. Except these light bulbs.
Hi. Oh, sure.
Don't miss these April Red Hot Buys. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Well, everyone's talking about it. The heat is on. Temperatures into the mid-90s to upper 90s in some cases throughout the day today and yesterday. That will stay with us through Saturday, and beautiful out there on the beaches, though, with a nice sea breeze developing in the afternoon. Titan radar indicating some showers down into Cuba. That's where the rainy season has started there. That moisture kind of suppressed to the south. We've had a few isolated showers breaking out into just south of Collier County. You can see that activity, or Lee County in Collier County. South of Lee County, and one lone shower popping up into Charlotte County. High pressure continues to dominate the weather all across the southeast, and that is keeping all this rain now well to the north and well to the west of the Sun Coast, and for that matter, the southeast United States. So it's going to be a hot one, I think, all across the southeast throughout the weekend. And remember that burn ban is in effect for Manatee and Sarasota counties. Looks like the temperature 84 right now at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. Winds out of the south-southwest at 11, and the pressure pretty high, 30.02. And that continues to rise slowly. 89 degrees the high today, almost 90, 92 the record set back in 1974, and just over 8 inches below average for the year thus far. Temperatures tomorrow will near 90. In fact, I think we'll get there because of the southeasterly wind being a little stronger tomorrow. That means that sea breeze will have less of a chance to develop early. On top of that, it won't get too far inland throughout the afternoon. That will allow that temperature, even near the coast, to get close to 90 degrees. You'll see the RPM forecast model continues to show that large area of high pressure dominating the weather all across the southeast and even up into the eastern United States, keeping all this rain to the west and north. There could be some big storms on Saturday throughout the central U.S., eventually spreading into the lower Mississippi Valley, on Sunday afternoon. I think some of this will be severe. There could be some tornadic activity as well. There'll be a lot of moisture coming into play here. And with some colder air behind that system, there's definitely a possibility of some severe storms there, especially the lower Mississippi Valley on Sunday. Right now, some rain falling into Indiana, Ohio, and parts of Missouri this afternoon. The Missouri rain starting to lessen. Illinois, though, some big storms there, potential for some rough weather. There's one severe thunderstorm warning now into southwestern Indiana. Elsewhere, the area in green, that's all a flood watch, which will stay with us through this evening and Saturday for the most part. Look at this, 81 in Boston, 56 though in Buffalo, 62 in Detroit, and temperature at 39 in Denver, 41 in Salt Lake City, Wichita at 72, and 87 now into Dallas. And temperatures are going to stay chilly out in the west and much warmer over the southeast. For boaters, I mentioned a little bit of a breeze in the morning. Southeast winds at 15 knots will subside 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop. Sunset should be a good one, 8:02. Low tide will be at 10:08 and sunrise at 6:53. Fair tonight. Some fog late, low of 71. Tomorrow, near record highs. A high near 90 degrees, mostly sunny, and the extended forecast does call for temperatures to stay warm on Sunday. A little bit cooler, but still above average Monday, with a chance for showers scattered about throughout the week next week. Cooler on Friday. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A new budget proposal could have a negative impact on conservation efforts in Florida. State lawmakers have tentatively agreed to pull funding from the Florida Forever program and Florida Communities Trust. Those programs help with purchasing land and waterways for conservation, as well as create more parks throughout the state. The chairman of the Budget Conference Subcommittee says the move is necessary to meet the goal to cut $130 million from the budget.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Tonight, the eve of the president's 100th day in office. So much at stake. Taxes, healthcare, North Korea, a possible shutdown. So why should this milestone really matter to your family? This is where America turns. World News Tonight with David.
Introducing the all-new Alfa Romeo Giulia, a performance masterpiece. Race-inspired handling and lightning-fast response times take your drive to the next level. Find yours at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
The Wild Broadway series at the Players Center brings you the classic farce, Boeing, Boeing. It's the 1960s, and our swingin' bachelor is juggling 3 beautiful stewardesses from 3 competing airlines. But what happens when Boeing produces a faster plane? Comedy ensues. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. Opening April 26th, it's Boeing, Boeing.
Everyone loves a bright and cheerful smile. Not everyone can find the dental care they need and can afford. Now there's a place nearby where anyone can receive professional quality dental care at an affordable cost. The LECOM School of Dental Medicine in Lakewood Ranch is now accepting patients. You will receive your care in comfortable, state-of-the-art treatment rooms. To schedule your appointment, please call the LECOM Dental Group practices, 941-405-1600. We will be happy to see you smiling again.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Giulia from Alfa Romeo. Appearance. Performance. Power. Find yours at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
And just a note, our crews are on the scene at SRQ Airport getting some interviews and some more information, so tune in to our 7 o'clock newscast for the latest updates on that crash landing at the airport.
Thanks for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
Have a wonderful evening.
an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
With only 1 week left in the current state legislative session, it should be noted politics and greed are putting water resource preservation efforts at risk. You may recall back in 2014, Florida passed Constitutional Amendment Number 1 to use some of our tax dollars to acquire, restore, and manage land conservation. The Land Conservation Trust Fund was thus created, but sadly, it has not been used as intended. Case in point, the impossible task of passing Senate Bill 10, which calls for the much-needed construction of a huge reservoir south of Lake Okeechobee. In the original version of the bill, it was called to have land trust money used to buy 60,000 acres on which the reservoir would be built. That is precisely what Amendment 1 is intended to do. Unfortunately, the land acquisition language was scrapped because of intense pressure from the powerful agricultural lobbyists, i.e. Big Sugar. At least the Senate did pass something. The State House has done nothing. The reservoir is needed to prevent runoff of devastating algae and phosphate-contaminated water into our rivers. The source of the pollution? You guessed it, sugarcane conglomerates who spend millions lining political campaign coffers. So what's the bottom line? Number one, the House should put the 60,000-acre land purchase back in the bill and vote to approve in time for a compromise to be worked out before the end of the session. Number two, sugarcane and other agricultural businesses who use phosphates that create algae growth should pay for the messes they make, not the taxpayers. They owe that, or we should buy up all their land and let them do business elsewhere. We only get one shot at protecting the Everglades and our rivers and water aquifers. Last time I checked, Mother Nature isn't making any more land. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can own one for just $24,999. Or get one of America's longest-lasting pickups and save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna-Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the #1 car brand in safety, and all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. And you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.